Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to day number 24 of the One Funnel Away Challenge. I'm so proud of all you guys who are still here. In fact, I wore today's shirt on purpose. This shirt says Die Hard Funnel Hacker. And we actually gave this shirt away at one of our funnel hacking lives a couple years ago. And I made it up because Stephen Larson was talking on a podcast one time. And he said something about, he said, I'm a die-hard funnel hacker. He's like, if you were to cut me open and pull my chest apart, you would see red and blue gears inside of my heart beating the blood through my body. And I remember that visualization. I'm like, this is amazing. So we got these shirts designed that said Die Hard Funnel Hacker. And at Funnel Hacking Live on stage, I actually had a white shirt on top of it. And when I gave this presentation about being a Die Hard Funnel Hacker, I ripped the shirt off and this was underneath it. And it was really cool. So for those of you guys who've made it this far, it means you're a Die Hard Funnel Hacker. It means you're into this. Like, you believe in this movement. You're part of it, right? You're doing the things necessary to be successful. And so I want to congratulate all my diehards for making it this far. Again, I would say probably half of of the other people who came into this challenge with you haven't made it this far. Okay? So if you're here watching this today, it means you made more than like 50% of the people do. It's funny, people always say, business is really hard. Like, only X% of businesses actually survive inside of America and all those type of things. And it's because most people don't do the actual work they need to be successful. If you look at how many businesses are successful to get all the way to the end and do the actual work, I bet it's like 89, 90% or more. Okay, so for the fact that you're here and you're still here and you're still going through the motions and still working hard, that's how you know you're gonna be successful. So keep it up, don't stop, because that's the key to being successful in this game, in any game for that matter, okay? So today, this is the last day of Traffic with Rachel. We're so excited to have her back again today. I'm so grateful for her coming and spending so much time with us here at ClickFunnels HQ to be with you guys, to help share these techniques and these tactics with you guys. Just so you kind of know, after today, we're kind of ending the traffic phase, and then the next 2 days, so Thursday and Friday, I got some other cool things to share with you guys. So you can take this funnel and start growing it and scaling it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for the next 2 days. I'll be back on stage here for the entire day for the next 2 days. But today, it's going to be Rachel again, and she's going to be kind of wrapping up a lot of stuff she's been talking about over the last 3 days and giving it to you on a bow, so you can now go and kind of do the last step here, start getting traffic and people coming into your funnels, which is so exciting. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for her. I'm excited for just everything. Like, this is the best part. Traffic is literally the lifeblood of any business. If you understand traffic, you master traffic, you become good at it, you become the most valuable person in any company. We used to talk about this. We used to call people that can bring traffic into a company are rainmakers, right? They know how to make it rain. And so the skill set you're learning how to make it rain, either for your business, but these skill sets she's teaching you, you can use them for other people's businesses as she's done. She goes into partnerships with companies where she becomes a partner, she makes it rain, and she gets the equity, and someone else runs the entire business and sells the products. Like, this skill set you're learning will pay you guys for the rest of your life if you master it and if you learn it and if you apply it. So don't just think about it, don't just listen to it, but do it. If you actually do it, then you become successful. So with that said, we're gonna turn the time back over for the last traffic day here with Miss Rachel Miller. So everyone's put our hands together for Rachel. Yeah.
Hello, guys. This is the home stretch. I'm so grateful and excited, and I'm getting goosebumps thinking about the impact each and every one of you are going to make on the lives of your customers, because you get to change the world with your product. Your product, your offer, your framework solves a problem in someone's life, and you're about to solve their issue. And I can't wait to hear those results in your customers' lives, guys. I want to begin kind of with a fast recap. Okay, so far you've made, not in any specific order, so far you've made your framework. If you've made your framework, give us a +1. If you've created your offer copy, you know what you're saying with your offer. You know, you filled out the scripts, the funnel hacking scripts. If you've created your sales page, if you've created your hook, story, offer content, you've created those photos, you created those videos, you've created the conversation starters. If you've created your page, if you've promoted even just one piece of content, if you've created a custom audience, we showed you how to do that yesterday. If you've done this, I want you to tally your points, because each and every one of these steps is bringing you closer to making a difference in your customers' lives. And that is why each and every one of you are here. You are called to make a difference with your funnel. You are one funnel away from the dream that you have, but frankly, your customer is one funnel away from you making an impact on their lives. Okay. Give yourself a point for each of these that you've made and you've done, because that's yourself giving yourself a pat on the back. If you've got any of these that you haven't done yet, circle them. Circle them. Take a screenshot, circle them, write them down. Make a commitment to yourself. You're not going to let this week stop before you take action and before you get the results. Guys, this challenge, this class thing, it's only as good as your ability to implement. And that's what we're here for today. We're going to help you implement. And today is all about creating that ad. Okay, so where were we yesterday? We stopped yesterday creating pixel events. So, oops, I don't know why I put a number there, y'all. Okay, we're creating the pixels, the pixel and the events. Now, what the pixel is a little snippet of code that goes into your web sales page. So you put it onto your sales page, and that allows the Facebook and to track what happens on your sales page. So essentially, guys, you've got your sales page. It's here. You've got your headline. You've got your video. You've got your testimonies and proof. You've got down here, you've got a buy buttons. You've got a buy button here. So what a pixel does, so pixel is a little piece of code that goes onto your page, and it says, wait a second, this person viewed the content. It measures that. This allows you to say, everyone who's been to my sales page, I know they clicked. I know my ad worked. My ad hooked them and they moved over to my sales page. Then you can also set up an event that measures that they clicked the buy button. Now, why is this relevant? You need to know that they had intention. It's not enough for someone to just come to your sales page. Frankly, guys, there's something called bots, and they sometimes just scroll pages for fun. It's a thing that bots literally do. So you don't want a computer visiting your sales page. You want a real life person, right? You want a person who's coming with intention to purchase. That's what your buy button does. You want to measure the person who's clicked into the sales page. Now, here's a little kicker. How many of you guys have gone to a website with a full intention of buying a product? I'm here today, I'm going to buy these shoes or whatever it is you're going to buy. You go to the website and then something happens. Your kid yells, you accidentally swipe up and you close the window, or something happens in your life and you totally didn't complete your purchase. Guys, that's happened to me when I've wanted to buy something. So you get to love your audience. You get to serve your audience by reminding them of their intention, just like you wished somebody reminded you of that product that you wanted and now you can't find again. Okay, so we want to know if they clicked to buy. We also want to know if they actually bought. Okay, actually, guys, this is called purchase. Sorry. Inside of Facebook, we want to know if, and here I can't spell. It's one of those things when you're speaking, and you'll all realize this, and you're going to all make mistakes, that you can make a mistake and your audience, your people will still love you. I hope you do, even though I can't seem to spell purchase today. Okay, you want to know if someone viewed. That's an event. Facebook tells you they clicked, they viewed. You want to know if they clicked add to cart, if they clicked to buy. You want to know if they purchased. What are you going to do with this? You're going to create custom audiences. And then you're going to do something that we call retarget. This means that you invite that person who clicked to view your page to come on back. Because maybe they viewed your page when they were in the grocery store line and they want to buy, but there was just too much happening in their day at that exact moment. So you come back, invite them back to your sales page at a time when it's easier for you. It's less crazy for them. They are in a space where they're mentally able to process your page. Okay, so custom audience leads to retargeting. Now, here's the thing. Remember when we talked about creating lots of different hooks? Retargeting sometimes has some glitches, especially with cell phones, okay? So what this means is you're still gonna want to continue to put those hooks out to your audience. Don't stop in reaching out to your audience with extra hooks and promotion, even when you turn on paid ads. I see so many businesses, that think, now that I'm running ads, I don't need to do organic promotion. And frankly, if you just do ads, you're still going to have some attrition in your audience. And I don't want you to have attrition. What do I mean by that? You're still going to have people who come to your sales page and don't come back. So please still send out posts, remind them, be present in their lives, be all the places that they are, with photos, with videos, with conversation starters. Okay, so you're measuring the events. Now, what does this mean? What does this do? Yay for being 5 foot. Sorry, guys. Okay, what does this do? You're collecting audiences. And this is an audience of people who you want to engage. So they don't know who you are, and you want them to engage. So here you are, you're fishing. Using Russell's analogy, you've got your hook in the ocean, and you're trying to collect the fish. Now, this actually reminds me, when I was a kid in high school, I used to fly fish. I fly fished with 2 of my friends from church, Matt and Booer. We would go, and actually my brother, we would all go fly fishing. And we would go to these lakes. We had fishing licenses, so we were allowed legally to fish. So we would go and we would fish, and we would capture the fish. So my goal when we were fishing was to get them onto my hook, right? So we put the hook into the ocean. We put the ad in front of the audience. And our goal is to get the fish to take the bait, right? So we're trying to get our audience to take our bait, to click onto our post, to engage, leave a comment onto our content, right? We put the hook in there. My goal, though, is to land them. That's to get that fish in my possession. In the sense, I want a captive audience. I want them messaging my page. I want them having a one-to-one conversation with me. I want to captivate their audience in a way that I can retarget. This also counts as people who visited your website. You've captured their attention. Now, you used to say that you could capture someone's attention for like 20 seconds. That was their attention span. Now, guys, it's less than 7 seconds. So if I can capture someone where I have their attention for more than 7 seconds, I've won. I'm closer to finishing the line. I'm able to convert them in the future. I need to engage with them about 5 times of capturing them for 7 seconds, 5 times of that interaction before I can say, hey, I've got you on my fishing line, and now it's time to bring you into my own pond. So actually, Matt Booer and I don't remember which one of, it was Matt or Booer, had their own pond. Okay, so they had their own pond, and whenever we would catch a fish, sometimes we would eat the fish, but sometimes we would take the fish to our own pond so we could eat it later. So our own pond is our own email list. This is traffic that we run, traffic to our email list, traffic to our SLO, our self-liquidating offer, the one where if we sell this small product, it pays for our ads. You want to get traffic from engaging to landing to own. So this is the process, and you're going to do this with organic traffic and with paid traffic, with photos, videos, conversation starters that you're putting in front of your audience to convert them into traffic you own, and then traffic that you have on your plate and you've eaten. Okay, that's a fork, y'all. Traffic that you've eaten, in the sense, not eaten, that may be an inappropriate word, but they've bought from you. So you're bringing that traffic through the life cycle of that audience. Now, a lot of times we think if we could just create one perfect ad, we're done. And that's true, kind of. One ad will convert, but the reality is, just like we have to post every single day and post consistently, we also have to create ads consistently. And create ads again and again and again to get people into our list, right? And then from our list, we want to sell to them. We want to create more ads to sell to them. Now, for us, whenever I'm thinking about ads, I don't want to create just one. I want to create enough hooks that I can find out where the fishing hole is in this pond. Where is the best fishing hole in that pond? I want to make sure I'm creating enough content and enough posts that they find out that I exist. And then I want to have the post that gets them into a landing. And then when I've owned them, here's the thing. Matt or Booer, I can't remember which guy it was that had the pond that we would bring the fish to. When we go to that pond, he would walk up to the pond and we'd feed them by hand. So the fish all got trained that when a person walked up, you come running. Guess what? Did we have to put as many hooks and fish as hard in that pond to get dinner? No, we didn't. We just walked up to the pond, put the fishing pole in, and they all came because that's what they were trained to do. That's where they got their dinner. So here, when you own the traffic, you don't need to use as many hooks. You might only need 1 or 2 hooks in order to convert your audience. So where should we? A lot of times we think if we just put our sales pitch in front of them, they'll buy. Actually, what it could be is you had to engage them first and then they're ready to buy. So don't just, if your hook for buy my product, if it doesn't convert the first time, do not think, oh my world, my word, oh my world, oh my word, my funnel is dead. I'm not supposed to do this. No. What it really means is you didn't nurture that audience enough. You didn't engage with them enough that they converted for you. So I want to give you some hope with that. So today, you already have the ad account. You've made that. If you haven't made it, well, go back to the last lesson. We walked through how to set up your ad account. Basically, guys, this means you put your credit card number into Facebook. It's not hard. I promise you, you can do it in 15 minutes. Ad account. You have your targeting decided. That means you know where audience you're going to be reaching out to. You have your pixel and you have events. This means you know if someone actually converts for your audience. When you know this, now all you need to do is give them your offer. Now, we have some sample wording for you. Inside the one-pager, I've given you exact ad copy that you can use. You can plug in your parts and you can instantly create your ad copy. I know for some of the people that I've worked with in the past, they're like, I don't know what to say. I froze up. I have this amazing product. I just don't know how to get people to see it. Well, we've given you the step-by-step steps, the path that all you need to do is walk through. We're even giving you the exact wording. Now, some of you guys, edit it. You don't have to use that wording. We're giving it to you so you can take that first step without wondering, what should I do? You got the ad account, you got your target, pixel, events, offer. How do we put the offer now? We're going to do that by creating an ad. Now, I was actually talking to a couple of people who was like, oh my word, I opened the ads manager and I was like, oh my word, I have to hire someone because this is so confusing. I want each and every one of you to know you do not and you should not hire someone to do your ads for you until you've done them yourself. I was literally like fleeced $26,000 by hiring someone when I didn't know what I was doing. And by hiring them, I undercut the foundation of my business. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to waste money on ads because you did it the wrong way, because you hired someone and you didn't understand, you didn't communicate what you needed. So that person that you hired, that ads manager, that ads expert wasn't able to do their job because you didn't communicate what you needed and what would be successful to them. Okay, so what you need to do to create an ad, we will walk you through every step of the way inside of one-pager. I will literally hold your hand. We will do this step by step together with screenshots that you can just instantly open it up, look at where to go. You can listen to me on a video if you don't want the screenshot version. I will help you in every step of the way. You do not need to be scared about making your first ad. Okay, the stages of the ad. We're going to create your ad. And we're going to create it almost like when I was fly fishing. Okay. The reason why I brought up Matt and Brewer is because like we were fly fishing and we were at this it's at Cohen's Gap in Pennsylvania. And we were trying to get like this trout or whatever it was. It was this really, really big fish. And everyone, all my brothers, they were all trying to catch this one fish that was like the biggest and the best fish. And I caught it. They were using like little minnows and like worms and corn. And I used cake because I didn't know any better. Well, I didn't know better, but I was just eating cake, and I put cake and pizza on my fishing lures, and I caught the fish that everyone wanted. Okay, I cheated the system, or I got the shortcut. I got the shortcut to the biggest fish. I want you to have the shortcut to the biggest fish, and that comes in this program. We give you the step-by-step version. We give you the bait. You got to put your offer in front of them. It lets you shortcut all of the work of selling without sales funnels. Without a sales funnel, it's so much more work. Okay, so we have 3 parts of an ad. So when you open Ads Manager, I don't want you to be confused. We've got 3 different parts that you're going to follow. 1, I got to doodle it out first, guys. I got to make it pretty. Okay. Okay, 3 different parts. Part number 1 is the base. Okay, so when you open your Ads Manager, you're going to have to decide what type of ad you're going to run. This is the campaign. What type of ad will you run? What type of campaign will you run? And basically, this is talking about your goal. And Facebook calls it your conversion. So you're going to pick which conversion. And that essentially means, do you want to measure that they're viewing the cart, viewing your sales page? Do you want to measure that they added something to cart? Do you want to measure that they purchased? What are you measuring? So that's what it means when it says conversion. What are you measuring? You will need to decide that. Inside of the little training I'm giving you inside of One Pager, we're going to measure conversions as leads. The reason being is you need to have 50 sales in a week for Facebook to know that your ad is working. How does Facebook know your ad's working? If it gets 50 conversions or 50 measurements in a week. You're going to have that with a lead campaign, even if you're selling a physical product where you're shipping a product and you want to measure sales. Because I'm guessing as you're starting that you're going to get better results with a lead conversion. So we're going to show you that inside of the One Pager. Now, I just threw out a lot of things out there. I threw out like lead conversion and sale conversion. And if you're like, oh my, I need to know all of that. I need to know more. Well, that's what we have the 2 Comma Club coaching for. We have help that takes you further, but you have everything you need in this to get started. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be some like Swiss cheese. There's going to be some holes in this teaching because there's so much more to learn about traffic. So I'm teaching you with a single type of ad, but there's more. Okay, my goal is what type of conversion? And for us, we're doing a lead conversion. That means they gave you their email. After we decide what the base is going to be. What's the base? What's the flavor of our cake? Then we have to create the filling. Okay, fill out the ad set deets. That's the filling. That's where you decide, who am I going to show my ad to? Facebook knows everything about everybody, whether you want them to or not. They do, they know you. So you need to decide who the ad is going to go to. You're going to need to decide how much you're going to spend for that ad. You're going to decide where they're going to see your ad from. Are they going to see it on a cell phone? Are they going to see it only if they live in Cincinnati? Are they going to see it only if they're on somebody else's website, on Audience Network? You get to decide all of those details. Now, inside of the one pager, I kind of decide those details for you. Okay, so I'm giving you the most basic and easy to do ad. But if you want to take it further, you can add more filling options inside the ads manager with ad set. And then lastly, we have the creative, the pretty stuff. Okay, and this is your photo, your video. Okay, and if you're lucky, you can maybe even do conversations. Most people can't, but once in a blue moon, you can. That's the actual like meat or the look of your ad. So when someone comes to that ad, they see what they're supposed to create because they see what they see the photo, they see the video, they see your description, they see a headline for your video, they see comments, all of that other stuff, okay? So this is where you're creating your ad. Now that you've got this ad, you need to make content and ads consistently. I'd love to tell you that it's a one-time and you're done. It's not always. Now, I know a lot of you, with just making this ad that we're going to show you how to do in One Pager, you will have the tools and you'll be able to sell right after this class. You go do the work and you'll sell. And I'm so excited. But some of you, it's going to be a journey, and that's okay. That's going to be okay. I want you to know it is a journey. One of my students, and a person who's now actually become a dear friend, so he's past level of student for sure. He came to me when he had only 600 people in his audience, 650-ish. And he came to me and he was making $20,000 a year selling his business, his products through Etsy. He's a wreath maker. He's selling wreaths. He came to me and he began creating content consistently. Every single day posting on his Facebook page. Every single day creating content for his audience. Giving them the hook, giving them the story, giving them offers, and showing up again and again and again. Little by little, he was able to grow his business from making $20,000 in a calendar year to making $64,000 a day. He told me that yesterday. Last night, he told me that he crossed the finish line or the line, and he made $64,000, and he sent me a thank you letter. He sent me, that happened yesterday. It can happen for him. It can happen for you, but it didn't happen overnight. It happened because he consistently showed up. He showed up for a couple weeks without any sales, really. And then he started to see the audience grow. And then he had a custom audience that he could retarget. And then he was able to tweak his funnel and have upsells that converted better and changed out the downsell. And next thing you know, he's selling wreaths at $64,000 a day. I want that for you. And that only happens if you put those hooks into that pond consistently, the content and the ads consistently. Okay. I guess that's it, guys. So now, what do you get to do? You get to head into One Pager, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create your ad. We're going to create the ad. Like I said, guys, it's just one type of ad that we're going to create together. But the reality is there's a whole, this is like the top of the iceberg. The top of your ability to begin driving traffic. We've barely touched the surface, but we've given you enough tools that you can begin selling right now when you put them into place consistently. And if you want to take it even further, that's what we have 2Comma for. I'm excited to have you come join us in the One Pager, and I'm going to make your ad with you right now. See you soon.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. All right, guys, there you go. Can we give Rachel a huge virtual round of applause in the comments down below? Let her know how great she is. She spent 5 days with you guys in this challenge, coming here. She didn't get paid for this. She did this because she wanted to serve you guys. I'm super grateful for you, Rachel. Thank you for all the help. Hopefully it's got a ton of value. But now it's time to go to the One Pager and help get your ads up and live. So down below, as you know, there's a One Pager link down below me right now. Click on the One Pager, go and get it, get signed up, and go through the training with Rachel. Tomorrow we'll be coming back. Tomorrow it's going to be me. Sorry you don't have Rachel and her energy. You got to deal with me for the next 2 days. But next 2 days, we're going to kind of wrap up this challenge and show you guys what's next, what the future looks like, how to grow this thing, how to continue to evolve and develop. It's going to be fun. So I'm grateful for you guys, grateful for Rachel. And with that said, you guys get the One Pager, get your assignment done today. And tomorrow we're going to get back and start talking about your future. Thanks again, you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.